Day 25 in the Journal of Learning. I want to walk you through the steps for the initial configuration of the wireless controller. The first thing you want to do is to connect your console cable to the console port, just as you would do on a switch or router. Next, you want to connect the power. The device should boot, and you will be presented with an initial setup dialog. During that initial dialog, you will be presented with such things as system name. So you want to give the device a name. As you can see, following the naming convention, ATL WC01, Atlanta Wireless Controller 01. Next, give it a password. Lag, we enter no, or rather LAG. It's really not lag, LAG. Management interface. What IP address are you going to use to manage this device? This is what you add in this, your management IP address. I've given it 10.10.5.6 as I have on other devices within the network. They're all on the 10 network. Next, add the subnet mask, followed by your default router. Really, you're talking about the gateway. And so this is actually the core of the network 10.10.5.1. And this is also where the wireless controller is connected to that particular uh, switch or stack of switches. Do we want to give the management interface a VLAN ID? Will it be on a particular VLAN? No. I decided not to place it on a particular VLAN. Um, you can place it on a particular VLAN. It could be strictly on the 10 VLAN. Instead, I'm going to allow it to just be a trunk for now. Management interface, DHCP server address. I do not have a separate DHCP server, so we leave this blank. Virtual gateway IP address. Add these four ones, 1.1.1.1. Multicast IP address, 2.39.255.1.60. You have to add these two. It will not allow you to go forward without it. And you can use these exact same numbers in your wireless control as well. Mobility or radio frequency group name, I decided on Atlanta. So let's configure our first SSID. It's going to be sales. My country code is US. Let's enable all of the wireless frequencies and also enable auto radio frequency as well. I do not want to configure NTP at this time, nor do I want to configure the system time. I'll do that at a later time in the GUI. And last but not least, are we going to be using IPv6? No. From there, you should be able to, let's say, connect to the wireless controller using a wired connection and connect to the GUI. So let's do that now. Now you want to turn that HTTP off. You actually want to use HTTPS, but for now we're going to use the HTTP, and we will configure that portion at another time, and that will be for security purposes as well. We know that HTTPS is more secure than HTTP. All right, let's look at our, let's go to advanced. So now I've already configured the wireless LANs here, but I want to show you very quickly what you will need to do here. You're going to click, it's going to be on create new. You click go. It's going to be a WLAN or a guest LAN. This is not a guest LAN. This is just going to be our wireless LAN for our three networks: sales, marketing, and research. Give it a name. give it the SSID name as well, and it's going to automatically give itself the next number in the sequence, like 1, 2, and 3. So I've already actually went walked through that. So I have sales, marketing, and research. Once you initially create those, then you want to click here, and you're going to configure a few more things. We want this enabled so you can see that SSID. And for ones that you don't, you turn it off. We want also this to be enabled. Security. What security layer of security do you want? I have WPA plus WPA2. I'm using encryption, AES, and W2 policy. If I want to, I can also add a WA policy as well. We can do that. But I decided that um, I really just wanted 2. It's a little better than 1. Now here, ASCII, this is an ASCII format. Enable PSK. This is where you add your password to join that WLAN. There's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do here as well. Let's go to our QoS. Nothing to do there. Nothing in policy mapping. Advanced. There's one thing you want to do here, and that is actually here. So you want to override the HCP server, and here is the network or the gateway for the sales um, subnet. This is also this will also distribute IP addresses on that subnet, because remember that the DHCP pool is in the core, and so from the core it's going to issue out the IP addresses. So you will walk through that on all of your um, devices, on all of your SSIDs, and at that point it will save, and then you're ready to move forward with the next part, which will be your wireless access point. This is very simple. We're not going into a lot of detail on some things at this time. We want to get just a basic configuration on the device. And after you get a basic configuration, then after that, you want to look into such things as NTP, your NTP server. And so here's where you want to add the NTP server. And we're going to have it reaching out to the internet for that. CDP, and anything else that you may want to configure. Your HTTPS as well, whether or not you want to turn that on and off. But just get it a basic config first, just a basic config, and get it working, and then expand and do other things with it. And that'll conclude for this video. Of course, you want to save your configuration. It will then reboot, and we're going to move forward with the next portion. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.